Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Avir Maedi Rudra Jatte Dakshinam Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with thy resplendent face. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So now today we are on the chapter 10 of the Nectar of Supreme Knowledge. This is the last chapter and it has 34 verses. And this chapter is you can say, the cream of the whole Yoga Vasishtha Sara. If it is talked about the ultimate reality, will you think that it is there or it is not there? Can you describe this world is there or the ultimate truth? Is the ultimate truth empty or it is full? That's why the state of emptiness and non-emptiness. That means when one reaches the highest flight of illumination, their mind reaches a state and mind becomes mindless. And can they say that state is empty? Who will say? And if you say non-empty, who will say that? That means it is a state, indescribable state, which cannot be defined as it is there, which can neither be defined as it is not there. When you come down from that state, it is said, some say non-existence, non-empty. Everything is empty there. Empty of what? Normally, in our relative term, what we call empty? We call empty that which we see. This universe, if this room is all the chairs and pews are gone, we'll say this is empty. Empty of what? Empty of the furniture. And is that state is like empty? Only? Yes, this empty means this world does not remain there. This physical universe, this your mental universe, or in your heaven and all these different planes, they don't remain there. Any type of object, it is objectless state. Yes, there is nothing. So it is empty. Empty of this relative existence, empty of name and form. But is it really empty? Well, how can it be? It is an experience. So it is a state. It's called empty and non-empty. Shunna or shunna. Some say shunna, it is there. Not there, this world is not there. Many people think the truth is also not there. That's a wrong interpretation. Even Buddhistic Shunnavada is interpreted that way. Many people interpret, but Vedanta interprets this way. It is Shunna, yes, void. But void of what? Void of this relative name and form, which we see, which we feel, which we perceive when in the waking state, in the dream state, or even in the dreamless sleep state. That nothing remains. This is also gone, that is also gone, that is also gone. Then what? It is a total place of emptiness. That's why it's called Shunya. But of course, philosophically, they will say something else. Shunya is a negation of everything. But does not mean that there is something. That is their interpretation. But Vedanta interpretation, yes, empty of all these things, but that is one which cannot be made empty. Anubhuyante Panchadashi declares very prominently, Anubhuyante yena tam ko nibarayat. Anubhuyante yena. Yena means by which you have your experience. That is the substratum consciousness. Every imposition of consciousness, wrong. Go out. But how the substratum will go away? Upon which your experience, you stayed there in a place where your mind is also dissolved. But that reality, which is emptying everything what remains, how can you delete it? How can you get out of it? So that is the discussion here. Means don't talk about it. Don't say, I have seen it. You cannot see that. Seeing means your mind is necessary, you are necessary, your identity of ego is necessary, object is there, subject is there, so all these things. But you cannot say that that is existing, you cannot say it is non-existing. So that is the state of Shunno and Ashunno. So this is the Shunno Ashunno. This chapter's name is Shunno Ashunno Pada Prakaranam. This chapter, Prakarana, is dedicated to the pada, the state. See, the word is very Vedantic. Pada means a state. You are talking about a state. State cannot be Shunno. If you say it is a state, the state means something. But it is not the state as you mean. I am in a state of angry mood, angry state. I am in a pleasing state. So it is you are on the level in the mind. That can be a state. But when mind is dysfunctional, then what is that state? So it is just like the truth is that something which cannot be expressed. You are trying to express that. That's why all confusion comes. Which is, Ramakrishna said, Buddha could not talk about the experience. Why he should be Shunnavad, Shunna. He didn't talk about Shunna. But he didn't talk about Ashunna. He didn't talk about it is void. He didn't talk about it is as non-void. He didn't say, like the experienced person does, cannot say, cannot talk, cannot express. So that is the subject of our discussion. We start from here today. So the very first verse, the state of liberation, while in the body, is expressed here. The goal is to reach that point while in the body. You know, if someone says the post-mortem spirituality, that is called going to heaven. That is not a very alluring thing. After death, you will go to heaven. You can buy that, but it may be a foolish idea to buy. And what will happen, I do not know. I want to see it now. If I am a rich guy, I want to be rich now. After I die, you will go to heaven and we will have so many fun and joy there. Who knows? Let me have this fun more. That's why the Charvak philosophy started. Charvak philosophy says, after death, everything is uncertain. How do you know there is any life? How do you know you will achieve some peace? You will be in heavenly joy? What? What is the proof of it? Basmi bhutasya dehasya. This body, when it is burned, it becomes ashes. Punah agamanam kuta. Again, where from it will come back. Therefore, don't talk about those things after death. Therefore, eat, sleep, and drink, and be merry. Rinam kritva kritam pibet. Even use your credit card and spend the money. Ah, eat well. We'll think about repayment. So this is the philosophy in India also there. It's called Charvak philosophy. Charvak means charu bak. Charu means sweet. Sound good, sweet. Sweet tongue. Very sweet. Ah ha ha. Enjoy this life. Who will not be happy with that? If someone says, hey, 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 this life is enough. Don't think, steal, cheat, enjoy. Masses will flow in that direction. But if you say, no, 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 this is bad, hey, this is temporary, hey, this is unreal, few will be interested to hear. So this is a important point that we need, if there is anything, we need it here and now. You go to that Sunna Sunna Pada, then come back, you can tell, yes, I have experienced that state. Something is there beyond all sufferings, all joys, all failures, all frustrations. There's nothing compared with that bliss. So you have to testify that. You have to just say that, yes, I have done. Then is the meaning. That's why Vedanta is more of the present and not of the future. It does not talk about future. After death, you will go here, ha ha ha, yes, you do this, and next life you will get you this vision. They don't get satisfied with anything less than the extreme experience where all duality collapses. So the state is being stated here, the very first verse says. But it says, Drishya darshana sambandhat na bhavet paramam sukham. 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 Tad vaikanta sanchintya tad vaikanta sanchintya manonasha parang padam manonasha parang padam tad vaikanta sanchintya tad vaikanta sanchintya manonasha param padam manonasha param padam. So drishya darshana sambandha, because of the relationship of what? Drishya, visible object, and darshana, the act of being. Relationship, drishta and darshan. There is an object, I see it. Because of that, no bhavet paramam sukham. You don't get permanent happiness. Drishya, the object, and darshana, the seeing action. There is an object and I see it. Therefore, I see good, I see bad. I see something which is pleasurable, I see something non-pleasurable. So drishya darshana sambandhat, so long you keep this relationship, na bhavet paramam sukham. You will not attain happiness, sukham. You will attain happiness temporarily. Yeah? Drishya and darshana sambandha. Our ice cream is there, drishya, and darshana is the action of taking in. In this, because of the relationship, you will have sukham, but not paramam sukham. It comes here, boom, goes. And if I don't get good ice cream, then I'll be unhappy. Similarly, it's for all objects of the senses. So drishya darshana sambandhat paramam sukham na bhavet. You can have happiness, you can have joy, but no paramam, not supreme, not that absolute happiness calm.
So when you are having the vision of God also, you are seeing it and that time you are having the joy. But it's not the absolute joy.
Yes, actual, the question is good. Even the vision, that's a Vedantic idea is something different about vision. Vision is good, of course, in the context of our present situation. We are all connected with the sense world and sense objects. Who is having purified mind and sees some divine vision is much higher from our perspective. But from the Vedantic top perspective, that is not Paramam Sukham. Because in that vision, there is connection, disconnection. That's why devotional language says, Viraha Vichhed. You have a vision, and when you see it, and when it goes away, then you feel the loss of it. Because still you are in a level of duality. So that's true. That is not permanent happiness is not possible. But that's much higher joy they will be remaining, not like us, the joy of eating, joy of seeing, or joy of listening to some music. This is one type of joy. But these are not paramam sukham. See, even if you go on increasing your pure mind, move on towards God, you have mystic vision. Many people say dream, good dreams, divine dreams. Yes, divine dream is good, much higher than seeing some horror. Someone chasing you with a gun, rather than seeing Ramakrishna, Holy Mother in dream. What a great achievement. But that you saw for the moment, it was there, and then you woke up, it's gone. So it is not the Paramam Sukham, but it is tending towards that higher Sukha. But Paramam Sukham will be that when Drishya, Darshana, Sambandha will go away. The relationship between the Drishya, you are seeing something, Drishya, and Darshana, some activity of seeing going on. That means your mind is active, you are active. If that relationship is totally cut asunder, then what will happen? There is no Drishya, there is no object, there is no subject. That will be the absolute truth. That happens in our susupti. That happens in our life every day when you go to deep sleep. That sambandha gets cut. না ঠিক আছে okay. Somebody has come. He has key. আচ্ছা एकांत संचिन्त्या मनः नाशो तद एव परमं पदम ekanta sanchintya, when one reflects on his ekant one-pointedly, paramam sukham na bhavit, sambandhat, from the contact of the drisya, object of the scene, and darshana, the act of seeing, ja, which is manahanasa, the dissolution of the mind, when it is attained, ekanta sanchinta, how it will come? By sanchinta means meditating, reflecting deeply. Ekanta means one pointedly thinking, not the other way. One pointedly thinking. As our meditation, what happens? One pointedly we want to think, but does it remain in the point? As soon as I try to point this way, it goes that way, that way, that way. But when you can attain such perfection, that one pointedly, ekanto manasa ekanto sanchintya, to one pointed thought. One thought, you are thinking of that bliss, another thought of the bliss, third thought of the bliss, continuous thought of bliss continues, then only one pointed thought, ekanto sanchintaya mananasha, your mana, mind, will be, have a total dissolution of the mind will happen. And Paramam Padam, you can attain to that. Tat eva param. And that state is called the Paramapada state. Very simple description. Hmm? One pointedness of the mind when it goes straight to one subject, that is which is not drishya. Understand? The verse started with drishya darshana, two words. Two things are there. Drishya, the visible object, and darshana is the some activity of seeing, viewing, seeing, the seeing activity going on. And there is an object to see. So long this relationship remains, starting from the gross object like this, to going to the subtle and subtle and subtle object, no? And if it goes up to even God, Brahma, you can see. That's called vision. Seeing the same thing, giving a good term, it's called vision. Vedantists will not be satisfied to stop there. They will say, yes, good, you have advanced much, but you have not reached the goal. When drishya will stop, and the darshana means the act of seeing. Act of seeing means I should be there, my eyes should be there. Eyes can see the gross. Mystic vision comes where? These eyes may be closed. Mind shows you something. Mind, the still mind is there. Mind is the instrument. You are observing, your ego is there. Subject, object is there, subject is there, and action connecting. These three things are connected. One should be observing, another the observed, another some connection to make it instrument. If the eyes are not there, many beautiful things may be in front, I will not see. So darshana drishya sanjog, union, connection, without that does not happen. But how shall we then attain to that state of what is called the perfect state? You go on, one ekanto sanchintya. Ekanto means only one. Eko anta, one pointed. Chinta, thinking. And then meditate. Vedanta says, I am that, I am that, I am that, I am that. Thinking again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again. Sanchintya, by this action, mananasa parangpadam. Mananas will happen. Your mind ultimately will get dissolved. If you think of I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, what will happen? Mind, so long it is mind, it will make a conception. But it moves on by meditation every day. I am that which is beyond name, beyond form, beyond color, beyond taste, beyond any sensory object. You go on probing every day, your mind expands, try to grab that. And it goes in such a state when mind, like a frog, that story of Ramakrishna, the frog of the well and frog of the ocean. Frog of the ocean is a Brahmagyani. He has seen, he lived in the ocean, he comes from the ocean, that we want to be a Jivan Mukta, frog of the ocean. But we are frog of the well. And he came gigantic frog, and this tiny frog, hey, he's proud because this whale is mine. I'm the boss of this whale. Who has made him the boss? Who knows? Like us, I'm the boss of this place. No, who has made you? And what is this whale, small whale? You think my kingdom. Everyone thinks my territory. It's my jurisdiction. Why do you say? It's my activity here. Who are you to tell here? Huh? It's my department. Me, my. Huh? So the territory, that frog of the well, He asked the frog of the ocean, "Hey, where do you come from?" With pride. "Hey, where do you come from?" As if he is somebody great. Then he said, "Oh, I'm coming from ocean." He said simply, "I'm coming from ocean." Brahmogyanis, they say, "Hey, I have come from testing the water of the infinite ocean." Hmm? And they say, "Oh, ocean? What is that? Ocean is much bigger than my well." He cannot think anything there is bigger than my well. As we all human per imperfection, I think I. So this is me, and nothing more than that. And that their conversation went on. Then the frog of the ocean said, "No, no, your well is too small." "Huh? My well small? Okay, then let me jump." And the frog of the well made a jump. "It's big that like that?" And he jumped. He gave a leap. And he gave it and said, is the ocean this big?" I said, "No, no, no. It is much bigger." "Ah, what? Bigger than this?" So he gave another big jump. Again, the same reply, "No, no, no, no." Then he got most annoyed. Ramakrishna stories are very beautiful. So he gave a biggest possible jump with all his energy and state to think, moan. It's the mind. Our mind is thinking, my world. Is there anything more than that? I know everything. Huh? Expand, expand, expand. And a point comes, the frog ultimately gave a big jump. Jump, he cannot believe that he can go that far. And with all energy, as he jumped, he burst. He burst in, his belly burst. And he fell that and dead. When dead, he understood how big is the ocean. Though he could not understand exactly, but understood this much. It is not within the jurisdiction of my jumping or understanding. My understanding of Brahman, my understanding of the ultimate truth, the ultimate state, I will understand. That's why it is said, even Brahmagyanis, before their highest knowledge, it's grace of the Lord comes. Ah, Turiyananda Swami and others used to say that, no, I am Brahman, I am Atman, but ultimate experience is God's grace. Because your mind is impossible, your mind cannot fathom it, understand it, and the depth and dimension of that real truth. So this verse has given very nice clue to why we are here, how can we get out of it. First of all, we are here because Drishya Darshana Sambandhat. You can memorize Drishya Darshana Sambandhat. No bhavet paramam sukham. There will be never will happen the ultimate absolute sukha, happiness. But it will happen. Tat eva ekanta sanchintya. Tat means that truth, that Brahman, that Atman, that which cannot be described, which is beyond all expression. Tat eva eva. Tat means that. Eva means only that. The Sanskrit words are very deep. If you read runningly, it has no meaning. Yes, you can say the running translation will be there. The happiness that arises due to the contact of the sense with the sense object is not the supreme one. That is verily the supreme state when the mind is annihilated due to knowledge arising out of the uninterrupted and one-pointed meditation on the idea I am Brahman. No? If you read, okay, he read. But if you go word by word to understand that this is the problem, and here is the solution. So start from today. Tad eva, tat eva. Ramakrishna said, God and God alone. Ah, like Swami Vivekananda said, we love God and we love 100 other things. God gets one share of 100%. If my mind is 100 unit, if it is distracted in 100 things, so God will get a share. How much? 100th of my mind. That will not. Here, question is that thought eva. That should be your target. Huh? Oh, we are talking in a bhakti language. Your mind should be absorbed in God, in the name of God, so that your ego will be submerged into the ego of the Lord. So the same language are different. Is maybe saguna, nirguna. We can start anywhere, but ultimately, when your mind is also it is saguna, what is nirguna? Is it not? So long your mind acts, you can say it is limited, you can see, visualize, you can see the glow, you can see the light, no? But when you die, your mind dies, means you die, then where is the question of how big, how small, who, what? You only remain into that. So tad eva ekanta. Three words are given. Tat means Brahman, eva means only, ekanta means alone. Eka anta. Anta means end. Eka means only one. Only one pointed thinking. That Brahman eva only. And sanchintaya. Chintaya means you think. Sanchintaya means sammagrupena chinta. That means total focus. No scope of thinking anything. That's why that story of one pointedness means like what do you call Arjuna's story. Eh? Arjuna was to hit the eye of the fish, no? Hmm?
Birds in the tree, they were.
A fish, some say fish also. Anyhow, some hanging up, no? And you have to see that reflected in the water. Huh? And then you have to take the bow and arrow like this and shoot it so that it hits the eye of that bird or whatever fish. How much concentration is necessary? And if you can do that, see that physical, and this is not physical. It's much harder. Physical thing, even with all your efficiency, you can hit. Your concentration is so good. But that which cannot be perceived by the mind, but your focus and target is that. Tad eva eka ekanta sanchintya. Sammak chinta. By that, ki habe? What will happen? Mananasa. Mind will be killed. Mind will be destroyed. And parampadam. You reach that which you are aspiring for. Oh Baba. There's a big note. 2 pages note. What it says, the bliss that arises due to the contact of objects with the senses that are called Vishaya Ananda. We know this is called the joy which comes out of the contact with the Vishaya. Vishaya means sense objects. Senses connected with the sense objects give you sensory joy. No. To the eyes you see one way, to the ears, to the nose, to the tongue, to the touch. No. So these are sensory joys. And this is called sensory joy means Vishaya Ananda. Bliss is of 3 types. That what are the 3 types? You all know. One is called the Brahmananda, the bliss of the Brahman. Second is the bliss of the sense object, Vishaya Ananda, as we are familiar with. Third is bliss due to the fulfillment of desire, Vasana Ananda. When you get something and your mind says, I got it. There is some type of satisfaction. No? That is called the Vasana Ananda. So Vasana maybe you get a lottery, Vasana. You get a good job, you get a good raise, you get your appreciation. These are Ananda, it can come. But these are Vasana, fulfillment of the Vasana. Your desire, you get that joy. Huh? At the time of absence of sleep, etc., with the help of the mental modification of oneness with Brahman, the duality free state is attained. But the highest state will be duality free. Every day we get a glimpse of that in our sushupti state, deep sleep state, where you have no duality. You don't, this physical duality goes away, dream duality also goes away, and you say always, I slept, I do not know when you called me, when the phone rang, I do not know, I was too late to uh, get up in the morning. You do not know anything, but that is called the state, is called susupti, in the deep sleep. But Brahmajnana is that where duality collapses and you reach your own state. As a result of that, non oscillating bliss, this bliss is oscillating. Why? It comes from one beautiful thing to see, one beautiful, nice food to eat. No? These are same bliss, but coming piecemeal due to the contact of those. As a result of that, non-oscillating bliss, these are the oscillating bliss. Non-oscillating bliss is that, Satchidananda, which originates from one's own self and manifests as an immediate realization, is called the bliss of Brahman, Brahmananda. These are all joys we are talking about, is beautiful term. It is oscillating. Huh? It is here and it goes away. Again, it comes there and it goes away. It's oscillating. But non-oscillating is that you get there and it is yours, perfectly established in yourself. That non-oscillating state, that is called the Brahmajnana, Brahmananda. The Ananda, the bliss you get, that is Brahmananda. During deep sleep, all the mental modifications dissolve in ignorance, as we know every day. In our deep sleep, sushupti, what happens? Our mental modification, mind and its vagaries, this thought, that thought, all stops. That's why you call the deep sleep state. And there is only ignorance. Because we all say, I do not know anything. Ignorant. I'm ignorant about it. But Brahmagyan, you know everything. Only difference is that. Here we go and say, oh, I didn't know anything when you called me. Oh, I didn't know when it rained. Oh, I do not know when the phone rang. Oh, I didn't know. I was so late. No? I do not know, do not know, do not know. Is the ignorance. But reaching this highest flight where mindless state, non-oscillating bliss, non-oscillating bliss, that is eternal. However, during Nirvikalpa Samadhi, they take the form of Brahman, meaning they dissolve in the essential nature of Brahman. The bliss of deep sleep remains covered by ignorance, but in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, there remains the experience of the bliss of Brahman, which is free from any covering. That bliss is of the nature of immediate realization. That is called aparoksha anubhuti. Why paroksha means? Before you are taking the help of your eyes in the gross level, ears, all the sense organs are necessary. Otherwise, you cannot taste a good food if you have no tongue. Hmm? But in the dream, there also you have a tongue, you have eyes, you have this. It's subtle. But here, in the deep sleep state, there is ignorance in the veil and you are enjoying something. But in the samadhi state, you don't need anybody. Your mind, get out. Your senses, you have left them long back down the hill. Huh? You alone remain in your own divine glory. It's self-luminous. It does not need any light. It is full of bliss. It does not need anyone to give you bliss. You are only the reality. What is state? That is the self-luminous. That's why it is called self-luminous. It is birthless, deathless state. It is the state of perpetual happiness. because it does not need any light to light it. No lamp is necessary to put the lamp light on your Brahman, Atman consciousness. So, this bliss of the nature of the immediate realization, the mind becomes fully inundated in the bliss at the time one wakes up from the samadhi. Now, again, you are coming into the mind level. When you wake up, Jivan Muktas, after attaining that Ramakrishna, he attained into Nirvikalpa state, Totapuri, and again he brought in. What happens? Then your mind, you are entering into the realm of the mind. Your mind saturates with that absolute joy. Mind saturates, it saturates your prana, it saturates your intellect, it saturates your all the ego. It's only consciousness, joy, bliss, and it saturates the physical body. That means, and it saturates everything. That means it was already saturated. You now understand coming down from that level of experience, immediate experience, and that God becomes tangible. There, Sri Ramakrishna said, I have seen God more tangibly. That's the immediate knowledge. So, that bliss is of the nature of immediate realization. The mind becomes fully inundated. Beautiful word, inundated in that bliss at the time one wakes up from samadhi. Then the whole universe appears to be saturated with bliss. This is the difference. Every day going to sleep, we come back the same old fool, old guy, same crying, same weeping, same frustration, same joy, same work you started last night on computer stays there and start from there. Same email you wrote yesterday, haphazard or what, start from there. Nothing changes. But you come back, you feel all saturated with God, saturated with the bliss, absolute bliss. That is the distinction. Only difference is this. One becomes a saint, another becomes the same idiot or fool. As he entered into that, as he comes back. It's every day happening. We have no change. You go to sleep, will you be a changed person? No. The same person comes back. But samadhi you touch, is touch the granny, then you are liberated and you feel that liberation everywhere. In the eyes of a wise person, the world is full of bliss. Huh? Yasya anandamayam jagat. Thakur said, Ramakrishna said, why this world will be all misery? Huh? A sangsar majar kuti. This world is full of maja, fun. It's all fun. Swamiji said, Joe is fun, fun, everything is fun. MacLeod, he was writing a letter to MacLeod, Miss MacLeod. Everything is fun. I was born, that was a fun. I'm dying, that's a fun. I did something, that was fun. It's all fun, it's all play of the Lord. See, what a tremendous departure from the vision we have and what we can get it. So this is the very vital parts, as I said. Gyasya, those who are people of knowledge, wisdom, gyasya, anandamayam jagat. This jagat is full of ananda. Huh? The restless mind becomes peaceful for a while when it receives a desired object. Then the reflection of the bliss of the self that falls upon the tranquil, Indran, and Sattika mind stuff is actually called the Vishayananda. Huh? Vishayananda is actually it coming from yourself only. It's a wrong interpretation that ice cream gave me joy. Ice cream does not give me joy. It's my joy here. My mind was saying, ice cream is good, ice cream is good. Huh? My mind saying. And when somebody brings the ice cream, then mind says, ice cream is coming, ice cream is coming. And then it is your mind here, and as soon as the mind says ice cream is coming, and ice cream you take and touch with the sense, tongue, then you say, mind says, ah, I got it. Aha. That aha, you feel you are happy. But where is coming from? Not in the ice cream. If that aha, you are thinking of ice cream, but suddenly you saw, oh, there is somebody has come who is putting fire into the wall. And then you done. That ice cream is any more important to you? Ice cream sitting over there. Even you have put in your tongue and you run for chasing somebody. Where goes your taste ananda? So it is not coming from outside. All the joys we are getting is springing from our own self. What a maya, that's called the maya. We are trying to get from outside, whereas all joy is coming from here itself. To understand intellectually also is a great benefit. Ah, joy, people are mad after joy, no? Vishaya Ananda. We are also, till we reach the goal. But they do not know. Mai ko kaha dhuro bando, mai tu tera paas mo. Why do you search for me? Oh, my child, I am in your nearest of the near in your heart. ना है मैं मंदिर मस्जिद में मैं तो तेरा पास हूँ. I am in your heart. I am here. All joy is here. Your, that's why it is said. And when the tranquil mind becomes aha, that means mind becomes calm. Before mind was rattling. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. As much times you say ice cream, you enjoy that much joy. Because your mind says, aha, that much. And as mind becomes ripple free, Vedanta, Panchadasi, Patanjali, mind is rippled, disturbed. And when the mind becomes ripple free, what happens? The light of the sun, which is there already, it reflects only. It is reflecting, but the ripple, it does not catch it. But when it's calm, once full reflection happens, and you, aha, so you got it. So that is the Vishayananda, described very nicely. In reality, there is no bliss in the sense objects. Only unintelligent people imagine joy in sense objects. Pleasure which is experienced in a quiet and non-vacillating mind, when it does not experience any sense object, is called the bliss or the fulfillment of the desire, Vashanananda. So now, if the physically touch, that is one. And I am mentally thinking something. Mental satisfaction comes. I did that. Oh, I read that poem and I got a great mental peace. My mind only, it has, first one has a connection with the physical world also. Second one is not necessary. People are sitting and just wishful thinking. Eh? Sometimes you thinking, you find some satisfaction. That is the Vasana Ananda. This joy does not arise out of any sense object. Okay, there is no sense object outside, and slightly covered by ego. That is the Panchadasi's view. The bliss from sense objects, Vishaya Ananda, is despicable and to be rejected. Yeah? Which comes from the sense objects. It is not good because it's temporary. It has its reaction also. You get it, any sense object you have, you eat, go any food, it's good. Okay, good, and you eat more, more. Eh? And you take more, then you will be restless because tummy is full. I cannot breathe anymore. I'll have to sleep or I'll have to go for a walk to do some exercise. So you see, you ate something with joy, and to compensate that, you have to run, you have to do. That's why our Swami Shananda Maharaj used to say, oh my God, it is exercise. It's a torturing the body. so don't eat them better. Don't eat them. Don't you're not to run that much, and don't do have to do so much exercise. So it is not good. The bliss from the sense object is despicable. That's why. And to be rejected because sense objects bring miseries and a momentary miseries and are momentary and perishable. It brings misery. Misery why? Today you take whatever we take, Tomorrow doctor will say, hey, your cholesterol is high. See? Oh, your heart is blocking. Hey, what did you do? Your tummy is becoming big. All these complaints will come from the doctor, and he will have to think, my God, what is going on? So it is misery. Though you think it is joy, any sense object, sense touch, that is misery because it perishable. It's for a flickering of the light, like a what you call in the thunderstorm comes and thunderbolt falls in split second, huge light, and then immediately deep darkness because so much light, and when the light is gone, it's deep darkness. So that's why people who are very much following their sense objects only day and night see their miserable condition, how they are miserable. Some people say, I drink, I don't want, I don't find any joy, but I drink. Obsessed. Why? Because had it been Vishaya Ananda joy, so you drink one bottle to two bottle, it will give you greater joy. Ice cream, one box to two box will give us better joy. Two to three will give better joy. But why after sometimes you say, no, 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 no. Even I like it, forget about my cholesterol, forget about my heart blockage, everything is done. But you cannot take after certain limit. Then you will vomit. I cannot take anymore. No, 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 no. You like it. You will have to eat it. Take more. So, so that's why it is this description. It is bring miseries and momentary and it's perishable. During day-to-day activities, a person of wisdom, even while enjoying the bliss of sense objects, knows that this bliss is not separate from me. Only Brahmajnani knows this bliss, this joy, which is coming from the ice cream, it is not coming from ice cream. It is by my own joy. I am relishing my own joy. Eh? Enjoying the bliss of the sense objects, knows while enjoying the bliss of the sense objects, ice cream, taking the ice cream, he knows, quote, this bliss is not separate from me. This is my bliss, my inherent joy. This is merely a reflection of the bliss of my real self. Therefore, the knower of truth remains in the state of samadhi, even while engaged in the worldly experience. That's the beauty. They are eating, they are sleeping, they are interacting, but they are always remaining in that 90% of their mind is remaining in the consciousness of that bliss which is here. So that's why Sadananda Sukhe Bhase Shama Judi Phire Chai. Huh? If your mother, divine mother, casts a glance, Sadananda Sukhe Bhase, you will be floating, swimming in the bliss forever. So this is the sweet language of the devotion. In Gyani's language, attaining that, he will be totally swimming in the joy of. That's why this world becomes a mart of joy. It is not a place of suffering anymore. Dukkha, 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 dukkha for the ignorant. But who knows the truth? Sukha, 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 everywhere sukha. He sees the presence of the divine everywhere, here and everywhere. And it's me suffering in that form. Swami Vivekananda said, I am suffering in all the bodies. I am enjoying to all the mouth. Why you need to take this through this mouth? That story you remember? That's where Ramakrishna, Naren told Ramakrishna, sir, you will have to go to tell mother that you will have to get cured. He said, I cannot tell all these things to mother, divine mother. For this petty thing, I cannot talk. She will understand. But no, no, you will have to tell. And for our benefit, you will have to say. And Naren was very convincing. So Ramakrishna succumbed to that truth. And he went and talked to mother. Naren was saying that please do something so that I can eat little something, get strength. And he came back and then scolded Naren, you rascal, you sent me to mother. Mother said, why? Are you not eating to so many mouths? Why will you eat this mouth? See the coin. It's a very beautiful expression of the truth. You are eating. Sahasrashisha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhuming Vishatu Vritya Attatishthadasangulam. Huh? It's a billion head. He is walking. Million hand he is working. Millions of legs. He only one. It is the Lord is he is working. Or I am working. I see to the million of the eyes. I am fasting in one body. I am eating luxurious food in millions of bodies. I am suffering in this body as physical ailment. I am enjoying youth in millions of bodies. So that I is the big I. And that, therefore, whom to curse, whom to praise, that is the state of Brahmajnana. The truth remains the state of samadhi even while engaged in the worldly experience. However, one who is unwise does not understand that. As we are talking. When I get out of this door, I will understand this world is so real. All these talks are talks. And then we get engaged into petty things and petty fight, petty discussion, petty things. We talk big things now. That's good at least. We talk sometimes good big things. Bhuma. It says, the Upanishad says that uh, don't talk small talks. Big. Brihad badema vidate shubiraha. Upanishad says that we will talk big things, not petty things. Petty means potato, rice, this mundane shopping, going come, who did this, what did that. These are mundane talks. Brihat Badeva. I'll talk about big, giant talks. Oh Lord, please help me. It's a mantra. It's a mantra for sannyas. When one gets monastic vows, they get this. They say, I am deciding that I will not talk small, petty talks, little talks, mundane talks, talk big things. Manu Brahman. Vihad Pademo. Vidadhe Suviraha. That is why mistakenly one thinks that the joy is coming from the sense objects. For the wise one, even if he is engaged in the enjoyment of the worldly objects, that samadhi is knowledge in the form of conviction. This is called samadhi to the cessation of names and forms. This is called the one technical name is Badha Mukha Samadhi. When this knowledge that the world is unreal ripens, this samadhi is attained even at the time of daily activities. Being free from all sense activities by dissolving the entire world appearance into Brahman, when the mind attains the state of oneness with Brahman, that very state is called Samadhi. To the dissolution of the mind, it is called the Laya Mukha Samadhi. So two states of Samadhi they are talking, and ignorance and its effects are not attenuated in the Laya Mukha Samadhi, since there is the absence of knowledge of the import of the great dictum of the Vedanta. Therefore, even if one attains Samadhi through the process of dissolution, there still remains the root ignorance, Mulo Avidya. This is if you want to discuss this, we need little more time. So our time is over. So I will end here. But this much you understand. Three types of Ananda, Vishaya Ananda, and no Brahmananda, and the third was eh? Vashana, Vashana Ananda, Vashana Ananda. So these three, but when all these anandas come back to understanding that it's coming from me, the real source, then what will happen? One attains to that state, which called the samadhi in the other language, the Patanjali's language. But in Vedantic language, there are division in the samadhi, Badhamukha, Layamukha, and other. That means it is facing this badha, the obstacle. You cross that badha, obstacle, then you have your samadhi. Laya, your mind collapses. Because of that, spontaneous knowledge comes. So this laya mukha, like that. We'll discuss next day. Small, but it's very deep subject.
The Vishayananda and Vashanananda Thakur said Vishayananda, Bhajanananda, and Brahmananda.
So bhajanananda is, you can put it in the mental world. Huh? Bhajanananda, you're thinking of Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Huh? Your bhajana. And then your mind is in the mental level. Mind is getting turned towards Krishna. And that Krishna, 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 Krishna. That means one pointed ekanta, one pointedness will come. And gradually, you will get some joy. That's why everyone does bhajan. Even we do our kirtan here, when so many people come and sing, they find joy. But that's the same one that will fall in the second category, Vasana. Vasana is higher Vasana. Lower Vasana is there, higher Vasana is there.
Only one question.
Only one question. Oh, say, Anu is saying, Biswal. How do we control our mind to be able to treat everyone equally? Our mind tends to get biased and easily. Yeah, that is a everyday struggle. If we keep all these ideas, what we are talking about, what I see everywhere, who is there? Myself is there, or it is God is in every heart. And you take a different terminology. Bhagavad Gita term you take, Bhagavad Gita says, Ishara Sarvabhutanam Hridyase Arjuna Tishtati. Oh Arjuna, Ishara, God, sits in the heart of all. So similarly, Vedanta, here is me in me, is the self, that absolute blissful state, and that is everywhere. But what is everything? It is the same consciousness plus name and form. When the name and form penetrate, you penetrate the name and form, whom will you find? Name and form is like costume. In the play, in the drama, or in the play, in the movie. Say an actor or actress puts up a dress, and the dress behaves like the dress he wears. If you wears a dress of a villain, then his action will be villain-like, no? But the man is the same inside. Dress is something. According to dress is their behavior. A one is putting a dress of a garb of a monk. A monk's behavior will be calm, serene, meditative, prayerful, no? Wearing the dress of a monk, acting like a villain, how will you take it? He's not a drama, it's not a play, good play. No one will pay him money. So similarly, if you want to play in the role, so you costume, you should behave in the costume you are wearing. But inside is a man. So inside is the same God residing, only costume of mind and emotions are different. Because they are different, that's why the bad impression comes in us. So if we can focus our attention to who is inside all of us, then we can respect everyone. But that does not mean that you have to go to hug the tiger. But in a tiger, you respect them from a distance. But who are good people, who gives you joy, pleasure, peace, happiness, no? Which helps you to move towards your goal, make friendship there, respect them, love them. That's why we do special treatment like that. No? So it is to be practiced again and again. Mind will one day learn that no one is my enemy. My mind is the enemy. My mind projects these ideas. Oh, Baba, I cannot read so small. So there is another question. Ashley is putting a question. How did I understand the bliss of the experience of Brahman as an objectless state? When I think of bliss, I think of being as pleasant state, a state I can be aware of. Please clarify. Yes, experience of Brahman, I cannot say. I do not know. If I say even, it will be same unintelligent. unintelligible. It will remain as. But you see, when you go close to the ocean, you see the rambling of the waves of the ocean. No? So you will understand when you are closing to that Brahman by your one pointed focus and day and night meditating, praying, or whatever. Mind is become pure. You will find the joy. You will find the peace. Your mind will be less interested in the worldly thing. Even worldly thing happens, you will be less disturbed. These are the sign. As you move towards the east, west will fall back. And objectless state, I do not know what is objectless state because we didn't have any experience of ourselves. But if you really move towards that, much before, you will find that there is greater joy, greater peace, greater support from inside. You don't care for the whole world. If the world crashes and rambles, or someone comes with a sword in hand, you don't care because you know you are the buttless reality. So that bliss state is such that it cannot be experienced otherwise. No, gone. So the question remains that what will be, how will he understand that? Yes, we will understand as we move. Even you do a good meditation. No one needs to tell you, have you a good meditation? No one, someone should say, hey, I know you got a good meditation. No, no, you know first. Your mind is peaceful in compared to other days. No? So when that joy you feel, it is you are the testimony, and it will come as we move towards the truth every day with all our sincere effort.
So one person asked, another person answered also.
Answered.
One person asked, another person answered.
That's good. So I can be
East and west.
East and West describes different areas of brain mind. Yeah, brain mind is nothing problem. It is no problem widen. Yes, East and West two are opposite. East will say experience stimulates your brain, and that is the sensory reaction you can find with the testing the brain. And West, because they say what is the reaction coming over here? Seeing that, they think, oh, you are having some experience. But it matters little. Truth, when there is a brain, then God is there so long the brain functions. A dead body, when the brain does not function, then what will happen? All the experience will go away? No. Experience acts through the brain gets stimulated. And if people sometimes use drug or something to stimulate that, that is not experience. That is a momentary experience because it does not belong to the person. It goes away. As soon as that intoxicating mood goes, the sensation and stimulation goes away, then you are become an ordinary person. But a person when is experiencing, purifying the mind, moves in that direction, then what will happen? That will be retained. That will not depend on all this external expression.
That's all.
That's all. Thank you all for attending and seeing everything. We questions will come, and all rest answers are there inside. So we'll have to practice what we read, and if that practice continues, by God's grace, situation will be clear.
Regarding that expectation question, I read somewhere that Holy Mother said that how can you see everyone equally? So Holy Mother answered that your expectation makes people see different ways. So if you have equal expectation from everybody, then you can see also everybody equally. That is what she said.
Yeah. That means how will your experience of oneness will come? That means when your expectation is there, and expectation is met or not met. Expectation met, then you will be happier. You will find that person closer to you. But when you have no expectation from anyone, so everyone will be your own. You don't need to think. I don't expect anything. So You will be equal to everyone. Simple thing. I expect something from you means if that expectation is met, I'll be happier. If it is not met, I'll be unhappy. If it is obstructed very much, then I'll be angry. But if someone has such good luck, they wants to see same everywhere, sameness. So there is no question of special preference to anything. Okay, we end here. Thank you all. So tomorrow will be gospel class at 7:30. The same way. Probably I'll be there. No, to tomorrow also 7:30 gospel class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Panam Astu